For thousands of years, humans have gathered around flickering firelight to share stories and song. Tales of epic battles, deep loves and losses, and lessons to be learnt. Oral history is being passed down over generations and generations, shaping our culture as we know it. Storytelling evolved, of course, and now we read books as well, but there's still a desire to sit around that hearth, that first magic circle of people, and be transported to other worlds through words and music. Recently, I had the fantastic opportunity to be part of continuing this tradition in buildings just like where my ancestors would have shared this experience. I travelled down to Butser Ancient Farm in Hampshire on the south coast of England. Butser is an experimental archaeology site which brings history to life through reconstructions of buildings such as Iron Age roundhouses, Roman villas and Saxon halls. They ran their first ever book fest and I was honoured to be invited along to share some stories and poetry in these incredible buildings. This is the vlog of this experience and I really hope you enjoy it. I've had the absolute craziest day trying to get everything sorted because I am about to leave and get the train all the way down to Petersfield, which is very far down south for me. I do not go that far down south very often, and the reason I'm going is because I'm going to Butser Ancient Farm, which is like an experimental archaeology site, museum kind of place. It's like big Iron Age roundhouses and like just really cool, amazing, immersive place. And I am going to their first ever book fest and I'm going to do a poetry reading and a reading from my book Oak and Tongue and read out a few stories. So this has been something that I've wanted to do for ages, is like do some kind of reading, like poetry reading or something. So this will be a really great experience. And it'll be really nice to just share my stories with everyone there, especially in, you know, a place like a roundhouse where you just can imagine so many people over the years telling stories in similar environments. It's really nice. So I've just been packing and trying to sort out about a million things. But yeah, I'm going to leave in about an hour. It's a long old journey down. It'll probably take me about 6 hours to get there, maybe a bit longer. But yeah, it'll be late when we get in, but then we can just relax. And then tomorrow we'll head over to Butser and take part in a couple of things as well. I want to do some workshops, go to some other talks and readings and stuff. Obviously do mine as well. And then we are sleeping overnight in the Roundhouse. So I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to be really cool. And yeah, let's go. Hello, I'm in the hotel now. It is the next morning, so I've just been getting ready. Yesterday ended up somewhat of a nightmare. Basically there's like some roadworks that I obviously had no idea about. So the taxi wouldn't come to the train station, so I had to get two more to a different station. Still the taxi driver wasn't pleased, but we got there in the end. So that was a nightmare, to be honest. But got in, had a night's sleep, and now yeah, I'm just getting ready to go and head over to the site. I hope the taxi situation is going to be fine today as well, but we shall see. So yeah, it's going to be good. Today I'm reading some stories from Oak and Tongue, so I'm looking forward to sharing them with everyone. So let's head down to the site.
There is not one man, woman or child on this sterile, far-flung isle whose smile doesn't waver at the growl of my name. Generations of wicked children have pleaded to uproot from houses they were born to, bed down skewered pale limbs and buttery heads in places no one roams but the dead.
Peculiar lunar light shone from his skin, and snowflakes seemed to fall from his fingertips. He spoke no words aloud, but simply stretched out his hand, and I took it willingly. I was not afraid. My mother threw her head back and wailed in a way that only mothers can.
This is now a high chalk track between elder hedges. Knotted, intestinal, calcified, encrusted, crippled, crabbed, arthritic wood that sucks deep, sponges up its arteries, and even from the old wood come the elder ones of whipping. The insides of the flint are no longer sky blue, tan and grey. The insides of the flint are black. Where there is shadow still the morning stars of dew sparkle the black. 100 scrying eyes wink across the path. Joseph Hauptmann was 25 in 1940 His bomber was shot down into Phyllis Wood. But still, people stop, read, see his laminated photo. Plastic poppies hang from clips on twigs, garlanded red. A block of mortared flint bears his name. He came screaming out of the sky and never left.
An owl's lair, a secret door leading nowhere. Soft moss begins to form in the crook of my bark-skinned arm, and I get the urge to drag a rough plastic razor across the tufts. My muddy toes claw deeper into the decay of the bog, ugly hairy things that ought to remain smooth and painted. Gnarled fingers tip-tap and worm their way in, bleached bare bones snatching at feathers and dust. Wolf walker, fox stalker, tree creeper, chest beater. My cheeks splinter and split like axe on woven wood, but I am not afraid of the cracks and crevices, those time-worn etches from cackles and screeches in youth. Spiderweb hair tangles in thorn-studded branches, grey as wolf fern falling to pieces in my hands. Yet still, tiny spring buds emerge on each fingertip, soft petals and rose cheeks in all things good and sweet. I giggle as they unfurl under the sun's gentle caress, the tickle of light that scorches and feeds and holds me close. I howl as I offer these wretched hands up to the bruising sky. The spheral-eyed night stalker will be gone by morn. My toenails are snapping now, softened in the wet mud. I let it happen and I love it. Decay and death, homecoming in peace, the end, the beginning. I'm at home now, rotting and wrinkled in the earth.
So spoke the crescent-horned moon. She sought to pad lowly, earth-skimming snout, spell-wreathed limbs slipping into another's skin, prey-raking talons budding from velvet fingertip like spring had birthed inside her. Baleful hands for grasping blades left behind in fleshy tatters, mouth-grown razor and bristling with fang and lolling tongue, yet more pure than any lip from which deceitful speech might tumble. Night-charmed, an ecstatic writhing of willing flesh to melt like rot into silvered furs, and ears tilted to catch the stars' chatter.
So I'm back now, but I just wanted to give a little summary of the weekend. I did spend an extra day down there on the Monday. We went to Avebury, so we saw the stone circles there, and we went to West Kennet Long Barrow as well. But I think I'm going to put that in a separate video because it feels like a different topic. But yeah, it was so much fun. It was such a good weekend. The place, Butser Ancient Farm, it's a really special place. It's very cool, like a lot of buildings from different points in history. There were a lot of really cool authors there, like actual successful professional authors, and so getting to talk to them, see them, and like hear what they have to say was really special. And it sort of like reaffirmed all the stuff that I want to do, because I feel like I fell off the wagon a little bit in terms of my writing and being there, and I just thought, no, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to offer, and I want to share this with people. I want to write stories and preserve like folklore and yeah, all those things. So yeah, it was really great to be part of that, and just being around the fire and getting to share my stories and my poetry. Yeah, it was really special, because it was like I've mentioned, this is the way that stories have been told for thousands of years. This is the way like my ancestors would have been sharing tales, and there's something very powerful about it, about all those people gathered together sharing things around the fireside. And we also did that on Saturday night. After everyone had gone, we stayed in the Iron Age Roundhouse overnight, and people were sharing stories and music and that sort of thing. So it's very, very special to be part of that, and made me think about how that's a missing element of storytelling actually, a lot of the time. And I really enjoyed the poetry reading the most. That was my favourite. I think because you can put like, it's got like a rhythm, it's got like a cadence, so it's like, yeah, it's fun to read. And it made me think about how poetry is designed to be read aloud. It's not designed to be read really. So yeah, I was thinking, how can I do that more? How can I like make videos with that maybe? So a lot of things sort of pondering in there. And the people from What zine were there, and I love What. I have all of them except this one, which I picked up while I was there, and they basically write this zine. It's all about like folklore, history. It's so beautiful, like loads of art, illustrations, stories, interviews, articles. It's just really nice. And each zine has a different theme. So this one's myths and legends. I've got the other ones as well, and yeah, really cool. And they made it a folklore fun fair, which was so impressive and cool, and yeah, so creative. And there were 2 artists there as well. I'll put links in the description. Heart and Story on Instagram, and Hester Asplund, and they were doing a lino print bookmark workshop, which everything looks great from that. And I picked up this from Hester as well, and this is from an artist residency that she did in Iceland. So again, just filled with like incredible art. Like look at that, wow. Pictures and writing from when she was staying there. Look at that, so beautiful. So yeah, just being surrounded by like so many creative, talented, interesting people. Yeah, it was really special. So yeah, reaffirmed everything that I want to do, and just give me a lot of inspiration and like a boost of creativity. And yeah, that I really want to do more and improve the channel as well. I want to share more like stories of the land and folklore, and like take you to cool places and stuff. So I've got a little plan forming in my mind. I'm gonna, yeah, put it together properly and put it into action. Because yeah, I just, you know, there's a lot of things that I want to try and preserve and share with you on here as well. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you so much for watching the video and just watching the channel in general. I appreciate it so much, and it's been so nice to meet some of you over that weekend as well. Yeah, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I will leave it there. So I'll see you in the next video. Again, thank you so much for watching.